This is a TDA from an excerpt from Minty, a story of young Harriet Tubman. That evening at supper, Miss Brodess was still angry. "Why didn't you come earlier when I called? I had a mess of peas that needed shelling." Minty looked down at her feet. "I didn't hear any call." "Don't lie to me, girl, unless you want a whipping. Next time you better jump to when I call." Miss Brodess shook out her cloth napkin. "I'm hungry. Serve the potatoes." As Minty reached for the bowl, she accidentally knocked over a pitcher of cider. Miss Brodess jumped to her feet. "Now look what you've done!" Angrily, she turned to her husband. "Do you see, Edward? It's spite, pure and simple. Well, I won't stand for it. I don't want her in the house anymore. From now on, she's a field slave. That'll fix her." Then, crossing the room, Miss Brodess opened up one of the high cupboards and took something out. Minty's eyes widened. It was her rag doll, Esther. "You didn't think I knew, did you?" said Miss Brodess. "Here," she told her husband. "Take this and throw it in the fire." "No, missus," Minty screamed. She lunged forward, but Miss Brodess was faster. With a flick of her wrist, she hurled the doll in the open fireplace. Minty kicked and screamed, but Miss Brodess held her back until the doll was nothing but a pile of white ashes. "That'll learn you," she said. "Now get out of here, and don't forget, you're a field slave now." Minty ran out, choking back her tears. Later that night, while her brothers and sisters slept, Minty told her mother and father what had happened. "Well," said Old Ben, "at least they're keeping you on. What if they sold you south?" "I've seen them do it for less than a spill in a pitcher o' cider." Old Rip put aside her sewing. "Come here, girl," she said. "There's something I got to say to you." Minty laid her head down on Old Rip's lap. It was soft and warm, and she liked her feeling her mother's hand as it ran gently across her forehead. "Listen to me, Minty. Now that you're in the field, you got to do a good job, 'cause there ain't no other place for them to send you but downriver, and you don't want that. Once they sell you south, you'll never come back." "I'm going to run away," Minty mumbled. "I am." Old Rick shook her head. "Oh, no, you're not. That's what you always say, and it ain't never going to happen. You know what my daddy done told me? If your head is in the lion's mouth, it's best to pat him a little. Your head is in his mouth, Minty, but you sure ain't doing any patting. You're just fixing to get your head bit off." Old Rip bent down to whisper, "Pat the lion, Minty. It ain't going to kill you."